Hey there, garden fans, and welcome back to the Permaculture Homestead. I've picked myself up a new little camera, so I'd figure I'd test it out and give you all an update at the same time. This whole little permaculture project has been a lesson in learning, and I learned a good one this week just by observing. My neighbors over here have some pear trees, and these are Bradford pear trees. And if you could see the tip of that pear tree, looks a little black, it's curled over. Those pear trees are infected with blight, both of them. And because of that, I've now noticed that my pear trees have blight. So just a tip for all you growers in Zone 8, subtropical regions, or just in South Carolina. Blight is in the air, you can't avoid it. Probably better not grow pears if you're in my zone. In fact, let me go show you what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to chalk this up as a loss, guys. I can't even graft anything to these pear trees because they're not blight resistant. So you can see telltale signs of blight damage to all the fruit set on this poor little pear tree. And I've come to the conclusion that I will never ever be able to grow pears successfully in this little garden, which is fine. So I've taken that failure and I'm turning it into some success. I've ordered up some jujube and another mulberry to grow here in the food forest. Both of those trees are pest resistant, disease resistant in my zone, and they should really be able to handle the conditions here in Zone 8, South Carolina. Elderberry's flowering up, guys. Elderberry flowers are so awesome. I love this giant panhead of flowers. I do see the bees working them little by little. There's some bigger panheads up top. I'll get you an aerial shot in just a minute. But the garden's looking great right now. One of my favorites is the rabbit poop veggie plot, where I'm about to be overrun with things like zucchini and squash. All that white stuff is diatomaceous earth. So that's organic pest control that I use here. We've got some borage here. Let's see if we can find you a spaghetti squash. Here we go. Look at that. So I really like spaghetti squash. It stores really well in my zone. This whole pile of food is just a mixed planting of things like peas. There's some peas flowering right now. We've got green beans in here, spaghetti squash, zucchini, and then sorghum in the back. And I've cover cropped it with buckwheat, which is just now going to seed. So I like using buckwheat. It's a nurse crop. It's going to seed right now, and it has a really short lifespan, like 28 days, and it's done. It's flowered, it's seed, it's done. So right now it's going to die back, and it'll provide a mulch layer for the rest of the summer for these developing squash vines and so forth. All these little piles of white diatomaceous earth is where I've been planting out more veggies. I put some more sorghum here. Sorghum is a grain, and you can make molasses with the canes. So this is an area where I've chopped and dropped a lot of clover. Here you can see the clover hay starting to dry up already. And then I wood chipped over all that just to try to start building some soil. I live on really, really sandy soil. So the garden's looking great. I'm getting next year's blackberry canes are coming in. They're really thick, really tall. This one here is about as thick as my thumb. I'm even starting to do my tip layering method already. So here's a blackberry cane that I've taken, and I've just stuck the tip right in the ground, and it'll root there over the season, and I'll be able to cut it in half somewhere, and I'll have myself 2 blackberry plants. Along with all that, of course, I'm getting this year's fruit coming in. So a lot of good fruit set on the blackberries. Just trying out a new camera today, guys. Giving you a little walk around. All the raspberries are starting to produce. So we're gonna have raspberries soon. I've already had quite a few. Just like every other fruit that we have, we gather about a handful of fruit every day. It's really self-sustainability. We get just what we need on a daily basis. Here's the other pear tree that I'm gonna be chopping out and putting in a Lee jujube. And this poor blighted thing is gonna get chopped out, and we're putting in another mulberry. So, a quick update on the Three Sisters garden. It's starting to fill out, much like the other plot. It's catching up in size. Spaghetti squash, really large, not quite flowering yet. It's really putting on its vegetative growth. But the corn has certainly put on quite a bit of growth here. And all the buckwheat is flowering right now. So in the next 7 or 8 days, this buckwheat will be done flowering. It'll seed out, and I'll be able to chop and drop it and have a nice little mulch layer there for this Three Sisters garden. So there's a nice pile of corn here, and then it's surrounded literally by squash. Wow, check out this blackberry cane right here, guys. Oh my gosh, same thing. Huge, size of my thumb. But everything's looking good on the homestead, guys. I really just wanted to test out a new camera. Hey, let me know what you think. I got some more updates coming this week. Got a beehive update, a little beehive inspection, and we got a nice shout out Sunday coming up on Sunday. So I'm gonna end by going upstairs and just showing you a quick aerial shot of the whole food forest. It looks really nice right now. So I just want to give you guys an aerial shot here. The whole food forest. It's really starting to fill in. I'm most impressed with the elderberry hedge. Got a lot of flowers. I mean, this hedge looks beautiful. I got huge panheads on the top there. Looks really beautiful. There's the rabbit veggies. You can't even barely see the peach trees right there and right there. There's even a fig behind there you can't see. But I got 2 pear trees here, guys, that once again I'm gonna have to take out, and I've already got the plants to replace them with. So just a quick update. I'm out here testing out this new video camera. Here is my nightshade guild, tomatoes, goji berry, basil, peppers. Coming along real nicely, guys. Keep in touch. Hope you enjoy this quick one. God bless.